Hello students, this is the first video in a series of tutorials where we're going to take a look at the studio, how to set it up, and what are some of the responsibilities you'll have back in the studio. The first thing I want you to take a look at is here at the door, if you take a look there. So if you take a look at the signs on the door, please make sure that you don't bring any food or drink back into this area. We just got a lot of new equipment in and it's very nice and I'd like to keep it that way. So please make sure you keep all food and drink out of the back area when you are coming back to work in the studio. Another thing is please be MESA while you're back here, of course, mature, ethical, safe, and accountable, and all of those things apply, especially when you're back in the studio with all of the equipment that we have. One of the big things that I will be looking for when we're back here is cell phones as well. A big part of a production is we need to have everybody involved and working in their specific station at the best of their ability, and if you have your cell phone out, it's not very helpful if we ask you to do something and you're not paying attention. So please make sure no food or drink or cell phones back in the studio when we're back here. When you first enter the studio, there are some headphones located on the right hand side of the door that you walk through. These headphones are for the floor director, the teleprompter, and there's one extra pair of headphones for the graphics person or anyone else who would need a pair of headphones on the floor. There are headphones located in the control room for the people who will be working in the control room. So if you're in the control room, you don't need to grab a headset because there are already two inside of the control room. So the next thing I'm going to show you is putting together the headsets for operation when you're on the floor. You'll come back here and you'll grab a headset off the wall. You'll notice that the end of the headset is a very interesting connection, and that's going to be important later. You'll open the right hand side door over here and you'll pull out one of the transmitters, the rubber guard for the transmitter as well, and one of the batteries located inside of the charger. What you're going to do is take the battery, and you'll notice on the battery there are some gold teeth, and those are going to actually line up with the gold teeth inside of the headset. So the gold teeth will go in there and you'll hear it click, and you'll see that this little button here is depressed. You're then going to put it inside the rubber guard. The big reason for that is these are very expensive, and if you were to drop them without the rubber guard, there's a greater chance that they might break. So when you put the rubber guard on, please just make sure the buttons line up so that you can access them, and then the headphone port, you'll notice, will line up as well on the notch on the side. Now that crazy headphone connection we talked about also has a little notch on the side, and it's going to line up with the box. There's a notch there as well. Those two things will go together, and your headsets will be ready for production. In order to turn them on, there's a power button here. You just push this. Some red lights will turn on. If they've turned the receiver on in the studio, the green light will be on, and that's how you know that it's connected and you'll be able to talk to people. To adjust the volume is these two rockers on the front, and then on the top there's two channels that you can choose from, the X and the O. We have our studio set to the O channel, so make sure that if you need to talk to somebody, you'll depress that O, and the green light will start blinking. That will allow you to talk to anybody in the studio. Once you turn it off, that way no one can hear you. So on and off.